respect to the frequency of crashes and collisions on our roads in Jamaica, especially at this time of the year. We want to encourage all of us to please take it easy on our roads, if at no other time of the year, especially this time of the year, because of the frequent crashes and collisions at this time. Favel defends ministry as principal slams poor leadership. That's another of the headlines on the front page of today's Gleaner. And that's in relation to the comments made by William Knibb Memorial High School principal Linvern Wright, which characterized the education minister's stewardship of the portfolio as poor, declaring that she and her team have done a commendable job despite the ongoing pandemic. So the education minister says she feels that along with her team, they're doing a commendable job despite the ongoing pandemic. But the principal of William Knibb High School, Linvern Wright, thinks otherwise. Brown, Jamaica lost out in rejecting UK prison offer. And that must be Senator Lambert Brown, yes. Opposition senators, while supporting the passing of the Corrections Amendment Act 2021, yesterday charged that the bill, which is seeking to institute tougher penalties with fines of up to $3 million and sentences of up to 5 years, would have been more effective had Jamaica accepted the gift from the British government to build a modern prison. So those are the front page stories. Turning the pages of the Gleaner, the e-Gleaner, Hanover Charities gave students $29 million boost this year. And that is very good. The Catherine Casserly-led charitable organization apparently has been playing a pivotal role in helping students access tertiary level training through funding generated for its annual Morris Watkins Memorial Scholarship Fund. Big moves in Little Park is another story. Some 390 farmers in Little Park, St. Elizabeth, are now benefiting from a reduction in the cost of irrigation water, thanks to an upgrade to the National Irrigation Commission's pump station in the area. And other stories. University Hospital of the West Indies aims for first world services with upcoming multi-story building. Alliance principals back in court January 10 for alleged infractions. Court allows Biden employer vaccine mandate to take effect. Cops still hunting suspected abductor of St. Thomas girls. Remember that story? The abductor is still at large. OUR moving to verify JPS charges arising from increased fuel costs is another story. And DHQ, Carlene's life in philanthropy. And all right, and there's a story as well in today's Gleaner of what we told you at the start, the Union of Jamaican Alumni Associations honoring 31 individuals tomorrow, Sunday, the 19th of December in New Rochelle, right here in New York. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're just tuning in, it's good to have you on board. And we're looking forward to the event tomorrow from midday until 5 in the afternoon. And hello to CG Alcyon Wilson, who is up and watching. Good morning, my friend. She says, good morning, CG. It was a pleasure being in your company and in the company of the members of the team at the Consulate General of Jamaica yesterday. And we thank you for sharing with us that long list of things that you achieved, your long list of achievements in this year 2021, and already making your projections for 2022, those plans that you're looking to roll out in the year that Jamaica will celebrate 60 years of independence. Looking forward, and thank you very much to you and your team for your hospitality, really warm Jamaican hospitality. And you know, wherever there are Jamaicans, there is nutriment. there is food. So it was good to have seen and heard I tell you what, let's take the break and come back. 16 minutes past 6 o'clock in the morning here at 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island, New York. That's what it looks like. Okay. Okay. You need to plug it in. I think I will remember that I brought the camera. If you can just break it on the and put it there. Since I can look with the cordless, I don't think I have power sources here. You can sit down and talk. Let's have an extension. Let me get the mic. The address. No, I'm hearing it from her. Let's go, studio. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We're coming to you live from Dunn's River Lounge at 93 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center, Long Island. This is the venue for the invitation-only breakfast organized by the Union of Jamaican Alumni Associations to honor 31 individuals. And we look forward to catching up with UJA President Leslie Ann Samuel, UJA being the Union of Jamaican Alumni Associations. It's a 60-member union, a 60-member organization, a 60-member grouping of alumni associations. And for those who are hearing about Dunn's River Lounge for the first time, well, let's tell you that they have quite an impressive menu, quite an impressive Christmas menu here. Appetizers, escovitched wings. Now you're accustomed to escovitched fish, right? Well, say hello to escovitched wings, jerk wings, honey barbecue wings, Caribbean jerk meatballs, pepper shrimp. And in Jamaica, of course, some of us say swims as opposed to shrimps or shrimp. And they also, let's see, the meat entrees, brown sugar honey ham. And try saying that in Jamaican, talking Jamaican. You would get brown sugar honey ham. Dunn's jerk chicken also on the menu, brown stew chicken, jerk pork, curried goat, braised oxtail. And then there are the fish entrees, Jamaican roasted snapper, foil roasted and stuffed with okra and callaloo. Sounds good, doesn't it? And vegan specialty, Dunn's veggie stew. And then the new Christmas specials now. Let's see. In terms of the sides or side orders, rice and peas, white rice, traditional 3-cheese macaroni, lobster mac and cheese, candied yams, and the drinks. You know you'd have to have some sorrel in there, right? Especially this time of year. So Christmas sorrel ginger punch is on offer. Homemade ginger beer, virgin rum punch. That means no alcohol, I think, or is it? Yes, because it says you can add. Let's just say you can add J. Ray and his nephew. John Ray. The J is for John. John Ray, a wheelwright from St. Anne, and the nephew there was the Custos of Kingston, Colonel Charles James Ward. He built the Ward Theatre, the eponymous Ward Theatre, and gave it as a gift to the people of Kingston. So there's a rich history there when we talk about J. Ray and his nephew. Let's quickly greet the others who are up. We're always delighted to see people who are up early, like the CG. I'm amazed that after all that work and that staff function last night, and we left there last night, that she's up and ready to go again. Good to see you online. CG, she says, good morning. It was a pleasure to host you. Thank you. Jennifer Stewart from Q Road in Kencott, East Central St. Andrew. Good morning to you. Thank you very much for being up and being in touch with us. Norman Hines, good morning to you. And CG Wilson having a good laugh, I think, over what we said with respect to brown sugar honey ham, as opposed to brown sugar honey ham. Beverline in Toronto, Canada says, well, she's not in Canada. She's still vacationing in Jamaica. And she says, still vacationing and also making a difference in the vicinity of Russell Place Meadows. Planted flowers along the boulevard, getting some good, and she has that good in capital letters, some good vibes from the residents and the residents of the community. What a difference it makes, she says. I have to remind you, my second day here, the community experienced some serious criminal activity. All that is needed are street lights for the health and safety of residents living in the community. Hoping MP Rhoda, as in Rhoda Crawford, and councillors can intervene. Please and thanks, says Beverline, who is usually resident in Canada, but she is home for the holidays, spending time here in Jamaica. And she's calling for street lights in the community of Russell Place Meadows. Over to MP Rhoda Crawford, street lights needed. in Russell Place Meadows. Rudy Page says, hello from sunny London. It doesn't matter the time of day. That's a standard greeting. That's a standard greeting from Rudy Page about sunny London. All right, Rudy Page. Thank you very much. Joan in Bermuda. How are you, Mrs. Richardson? And how's your husband, Willard, your daughter, Roxy, your granddaughter, Amira? Hope they're all doing well. Thank you so much for connecting. Diana McIntyre Pike is also up early. She says, good morning, Durban, and looking forward to enjoying your program as usual. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Diana McIntyre Pike. All the best to you. And let's see. Rose McIntosh in London says, happy Diaspora morning, Sir Durban, and to all the listeners and viewers. Thank you very much, Rose McIntosh. All the very best. And thank you for making it the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And we also would love to hear how things are unfolding where you are as far as COVID-19 is concerned. We want to hear how you're doing in that regard, because we're really concerned about all that we're seeing and hearing. 2 doses are not enough, Health Chief. UK ramps up emergency booster campaign as Omicron variant raises alarm. And that's the word Professor Kevin Fenton, London's public health chief. I believe he's Jamaican as well. We did manage to interview him on that subject. Protesters call for implementation of Windrush report. That's another story. Toronto Deputy Mayor donates care packages to Central Kingston community. Scores of residents across Kingston's inner city are to benefit from a donation from Toronto Deputy Mayor Jamaican-born Michael Thompson in time for the holidays this year. And so it is. That's what we do as Jamaicans. We don't forget where we're coming from. We don't shake the dust from off our feet. Rose McIntosh on YouTube says, I wish it was sunny here. Because, of course, Rudy Page insists, no matter the time of day, that he's in sunny London. Well, that's the spirit. That's the spirit, Rudy Page. That's the spirit. Right, and so we encourage you to get your copy of the e-Gleaner, or better yet, subscribe to Gleaner Premium. And it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And you get a lot of value for your money, and a lot of additional features of the Gleaner Premium, where you get exclusive content, video, audio, and other content. So you're not just getting the literature, the written word. You're getting the spoken word as well, and you're getting visuals to go along with it. It's a suite of members-only editors, fora, podcasts, webinars, newsletters, puzzles, and events delivered right to your inbox. You can pay weekly, $2.99, that's US of course, monthly, $4.99, quarterly, $13.99, and yearly or annually, $49.99. Subscribe now and never miss a thing. And all prices are in US dollars and delivered right to your inbox. You don't have to wait until the end of the billing cycle. Your subscription package comes with great benefits. As we said, special access. Premium package is designed to provide a seamless user experience, affordable packages, exclusively yours, premium content. Get it now. Just Google Gleaner Premium and get right into it. How about that? And that rounds out this segment of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM, coming to you live from 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island, New York. 6:30 in the morning here in Rockville Center, Long Island, New York, which means it's 3:30 a.m. in Los Angeles, California.
All right, so you're all good now then, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you. You're gonna give me an early morning talk?
You have enough folks to move your. Yeah.
140 today, Florida Public Health Relations at KCA.gov.jm on this and other customs-related matters. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Corporate Douglas Associates acted subsidiary and partner to Science and Technology Limited, the leading environmental management consultancy firm, which named for over 26 years. CEAS Tech, operated by their slogan statements, quality service at its best, and science and technology for sustainable development. From their families to yours, they wish you all the best for the season. Telephone 876-929-8824 or visit 14 Drive, Kingston,
Okay, no problem. Thanks.
Power Talk on Power 106 FM, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk, taking talk radio to another level.
Yeah.
Dr. Urban Game on Mondays and Tuesdays, and Simon Roscoe from Wednesday to Friday, as they provide riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for
Sorry. How many more commercials, studio?
local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's the powerful care of Dr. Urban Game and Simon Roscoe on Power Talk.
From 97.
With a special impact
And then you work here at where?
to beneficiaries on pound.
Around there in Jamaica.
And the social
Then I went to
program.
one time away.
Beneficiaries of these
Oh,
programs will
yeah.
receive this one-off
Yeah.
payment,
And
which
then we
will
got,
be made
what
with
took you there? How you get to one time?
as a check.
It was a program to the Minister of Labor in Jamaica.
We
Okay.
shall be
Then I came up from one time there, back in Jamaica for around
as we
3 months.
celebrate the reason for
Then
the
I came
season.
to
We
Palm
inform
Beach,
you
with Palm Beach
must
tourists and stuff like that.
sanitize and get vaccinated.
You know what's
For
up, Palm
further
Beach?
information about
Ah,
this
so,
special campground,
Yeah,
visit
yeah,
the
at Mar-a-Lago.
Institute
You work at
or
Mar-a-Lago?
call us at
Yeah, I'm from Mar-a-Lago, yeah.
877-800-0014.
Yeah, it's movie up and
That
stuff,
was
and go
the
them
public
plus
service
one
announcement from the
franchise
Ministry of Labor and Social
dining
Security.
bar. Work at Silver 52, work at Grand Lux. Yeah.
This one is
Yeah.
global.
I'm here on 8 years of now.
Despite our challenges,
From Watertown.
you never
Yeah.
give up on us.
All right.
Our sincere
Welcome, Park Road.
Up on one top, no, watch the back. Now I'm on the school.
All right, you can. Before you get too busy, let's just get in a quick word with you then. Yes.
need to know.
Let's go, studio. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We're coming to you live from Dunn's River Lounge at 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island in New York. This is a Jamaican enterprise, and you know how we love to celebrate Jamaican businesses, not just at home, but right across the diaspora, because Jamaican businesses, one way or another, will benefit Jamaica and Jamaicans. Any way you look at it, if even in the form of financial remittances or as Erwin Kerr likes to say, intellectual remittances, not just financial, but the intellectual remittances when our people acquire additional skills and are able to add value to different areas of life in the country of our birth, Jamaica. So here is Chef Bobby from, well, he'll tell us. Morning, Chef Bobby. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
Wonderful. So where in Jamaica are you originally from?
I'm originally from Waltham area, Upper Waltham Avenue, 33 Ricketts Crescent, Maxwell Park.
And where did you go to school?
I went to Old Secondary, and then I went to Stats, St. Andrew Technical.
And who taught you to cook?
Well, you know, from growing up, I love cooking. Nobody didn't really taught me, but I was in the kitchen watching my mom. And then I get the opportunity to work by Illusion Briscoe and Club. That was at Lane Plaza in Arcatry. And from there on, I take it to a different level.
Well, let's talk about that journey from where you started to where you are right now. Take us with you along the journey.
Yeah, I started at Illusion Briscoe and Club. And then I used to work with Mr. Derek Jones. It was at a paper factory on Ashley Road, where I used to operate the canteen. And from there, I get the opportunity to work at the Fish Place restaurant. That was my biggest exposure in those times.
Was that Constant Spring Road?
Yeah, 136 Constant Spring Road. Was owned by Betty Ann Blaine and Mr. Vin Blaine. They was the owner. They give me opportunity in life. Betty Ann Blaine, I can speak a lot about her. She gave me a lot of opportunity in life. So that's where it really start from, for me to get here to be what I am today.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I gather you have, take us from there now, after Fish Place.
After Fish Place, I went to Guantanamo Bay, that's in Cuba, on the US Naval Base.
How did that come about?
It was a program to the Ministry of Labor in Jamaica. So I get the opportunity and I went there.
So how did you manage in Cuba?
It was good. It was on the base. It's not directly in Cuba. It was on the naval base.
Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, it was a great experience there too. And from there, I went back to Jamaica for around 4 to 5 months. And then get the next opportunity to come in the US. That was in West Palm Beach, working at Mar-a-Lago, West Palm Beach.
Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah.
So did you cook for Donald Trump?
Yes, I do cook for Donald Trump, yeah.
What did you cook for him?
No, it's...
You did, or is it top secret?
No, not really.
Or did you serve him Scotch bonnet pepper?
No, his favorite was the mashed potato.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, with the meatloaf. Yeah.
Mashed potato with meatloaf.
Yeah.
I see what you mean, but you didn't put too much Scotch bonnet pepper.
No. But working there was great. It was an experience for me too.
Yes.
And then I came up in New York here. I used to work at the Golden Cross with a gentleman named Paul. He did own 2 franchises, Paul Bennett. So I came to New York, work with Paul. And then I take it to the next level from there too. I work at Caesar 52, that's in the Roosevelt Field Mall. I opened that store like around 20 chefs of us, and I was the only Jamaican, to open that store there too, yeah.
Okay.
So that was a great experience for me. And then I met Nala. I'm here now, done about 8 years. That is the next experience too.
Yeah.
She's a wonderful boss. I can say that one of the best, or could say up in the top 2 boss for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
So I'm the kitchen manager, supervisor for Dunsiver now. Yeah.
How have you been able to consistently source, or to what extent have you been able to consistently source raw material, the ingredients that you need, especially to apply effectively the Jamaican taste, the Jamaican flavor? Are you getting all that you need?
Yeah, we get it from Restaurant Depot. Yeah, we get all of the need, right, yeah. Yeah, we have everything up here, Restaurant Depot, Sam's Caribbean Market. Sometimes I run out of something, we go to Sam's Caribbean Market and we get stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what about your signature dish or your favorite meals that you prepare? That you would say, yes, this this is done my way.
The oxtail, and that's our number one selling.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I found. I've been doing a survey for years now. Whenever I broadcast from restaurants in the diaspora to ask, what is the number one most requested meal? And it's oxtail,
The
hands
oxtail,
down.
yeah, the oxtail, right? Yeah, yeah.
Why do you think that is so?
I wonder too. But everybody loves oxtail, and Dunsriver make a great oxtail. The food is wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you determine what to cook on a daily basis without your menu becoming, forgive the use of the word, but stale?
All right. I'm in this now from 1990. So I know like what to cook on a daily basis, the amount to cook on a daily basis. Because we don't brought over. Yeah. So I know what to cook on a daily basis for years. Yeah. Yeah.
How has the restaurant been managing though since the onset of COVID-19? What has business been like since COVID-19?
Well, we have to be honest, business have been great.
Really?
Even right to the COVID. Yeah, business have been
So there were no
great.
restrictions in this area?
Yeah, there was restriction. We didn't have no dining, but we have takeout. And our boss Nala, who know her, know she's very experienced and whatever she do. So she take the takeout to a different level. Our takeout is like 1,000 times than what it usually be before the COVID.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 1,000 times more, yeah. But all hands up to Nala for that. Yeah, all hands up to the water for that, yeah.
And it's just another reminder that in every crisis, no matter the crisis, there is an opportunity in there.
Right, as long as you have a good boss, and you have a good worker, you can adjust yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our boss, when it comes to the protocol, she's at 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't play around with the protocol.
No, she don't play around. She don't play around, no. She don't play around.
Well, we want to encourage more Jamaicans to come and support Duns River Lounge here at 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island. What do they need to know in terms of your hours of operation and also your takeout service? What do they need to do in order to experience Duns River Lounge?
Our hours of opening, we open we don't open on Monday, we open from Tuesday. And Tuesday and Wednesday, we open at 12. We close at 8:30. Thursday, open at 12 and close at 9 o'clock. And Fridays and Saturdays, we open at 12 and we close. The kitchen closes at 10, the bar closes at 11. And Sunday, we open at 11:30 for Sunday brunch, and we close 8:30 in the night after dinner. We have a nice Sunday brunch, street Jamaican style, mackerel run down, ackee and saltfish, collar and saltfish, ground provision, fried dumpling, and the good old cornmeal porridge.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting some cornmeal porridge this morning. Not going to take up any more of your time because we know you have to get the kitchen running so that once it's time to serve, you're ready. Thanks a lot, Chef Bobby. Anybody back home in Jamaica you'd like to say hi to?
Yeah, my kids are back home in Jamaica. Whitney, boy, my wife Annie, my brother Anthony, and my nieces and nephews, and some good friends back in Jamaica. Merry Christmas to you all, and Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chef Bobby. All the best.
All right, same to you. Thanks.
All right, take care.
Yeah.
That's Chef Bobby from Waltham Park, Ricketts Crescent. Yeah. What a journey he has had, and still growing, still giving, still serving, and still achieving. That's what we love to hear. That's what we love to highlight. Jamaican Lynn on YouTube says, good morning and season's greetings from the cool hills of West Rural St. Andrew, Jamaica. Stay safe, Durban and listeners and viewers. Thank you very much, Jamaican Lynn. Winsome Coke says, good morning to you and team. God bless you all and please keep safe. Thank you, Winsome. And she says, good morning, Chef Bobby. Great. Congratulations. And Miss Lynn says, I used to purchase fish at the fish place. Now we know, Miss Lynn. Whoa, look at all these messages since the last time we checked. Let's see if we can bring them up. Let's see. Reed Pamela says, good morning, Mr. Malcolm. Pamela tuning in from Stewart Town in Trelawney. My radio is stuck on Power 106 FM. Always to listen to your station. Have a good day. Don't eat too much. I'll try read Pamela. And right, of course. Yeah. All right. So let's take the break and come back in just a moment. 6:45 in the morning here at 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island, the home of Dunn's River Lounge, which means it is 11:45 a.m. in Birmingham, England. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't make the connection. The name is there. I didn't. I had no idea.
Jamaica with unaccompanied shipment. The Jamaica Customs Agency is encouraging all their passengers with unaccompanied shipments who have a taxpayer registration number (TRN) to present it to customs upon arrival. This will subsequently facilitate faster processing when clearing your unaccompanied shipments. The Jamaica Customs Agency will continue to implement measures to improve our service delivery and your service experience. You may contact us at 876-922-5140 or email public.relations@jca.gov.jm on this and other customs-related matters. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Power Talk on Power 106 FM, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk, taking talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Urban Gale on Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Crosskey from Wednesday to Friday as they provide riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for innovative features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's the powerful pair, Dr. Herbert Gale and Simon Crosskill on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays, right here on Power 106 FM.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks.
Ready? Let's go, studio. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online, Power 106 FM. Audley Clark, good morning to you too. Thanks for tuning in. Neriga Smart Morgan 7 says, happy Saturday to you, Sir Malcolm, and listeners. Love and blessings to you all. And let us all remember that even a little exercise is good for the body, whether you are young or old. Barrington Deuce says, good morning, Durban. Enjoying your program as usual. I always learn something new and informative. Barrington Deuce, thank you. Neriga Smart Morgan 7 says, well done, Chef. I'm so very proud of you as a Jamaican. Keep it up. And we'll read a couple more of the messages in a moment. But let's see. Sharon Wiles, Dr. Sharon Wiles, thank you very much for tuning in. She says, greetings, Sir Durban Malcolm from Roatan, Honduras. Roatan and Honduras. Welcome. Thank you very much, Sharon, for joining us from Honduras. And she says, greetings, my cousin Albert and everyone in the room. And let's see, Sandra Gibson, hello to you. Thank you very much for tuning in, Sandra Gibson. Thank you. And hello as well to, we're trying to get through these messages quickly before we get to our first guest. Well, on the phone. Neriga Smart Morgan 7, we read that message already. And Sandra Gibson, good morning to you once again. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we're learning because we had no idea. We didn't make the connection with Betty and Blaine and Vin Blaine and the fish place. In fact, I saw someone online saying, Miss Lynn says, I used to purchase fish at the fish place, right? So Erwin Kerr, this is the kind of situation when you are with Jamaicans, whether home or abroad. You're going to at some point learn something new about some member of the Jamaican family, so to speak. So you remember the fish place very well. It's Constance.
Yeah, Constance.
Yes, at Mary Brown's Corner.
Yes, yes, the open space.
Yes.
And but listen to Chef Bobby just now. It just shows you the breadth, the length that we cover. Because you heard him saying now, he left from Kingston to Guantanamo Bay, passed through Mar-a-Lago. You forgot to ask him though if he had introduced Mr. Trump to jerk. But and then the Four Seasons, and then end up here at Dunn's River. So you can imagine, you understand now the experience and the commitment, because it's been 8 years, and how he speaks highly of especially the female bosses. You know,
Yeah.
from a Vin Blake, from a Betty and Blaine to now a Nala Royal, and he's absolutely correct. Nala Royal is one of our entrepreneurs, restaurateurs who stays on the cutting edge, you know, and is always a step above, you know, and from the spot here, a very intimate setting has created in the, satisfied so many palates,
Yes.
you know, right here, you know, and again, the name Dunn's River. So you're going, the brand, always promoting our brands that are important to us.
Yes.
And I'm quite certain that our leaders are happy, and especially those here in the New York area too, of people, entrepreneurs such as Nala, who continues to be a significant light in our community.
Yeah, and we seem to cover, you speak of breadth or the scope of our reach, because this area seems to be quite upscale from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. You'll
Rockville.
find us there.
Yeah,
You will find us there, and probably 4 blocks up or around, you'll find a Golden Cross, another brand that indicates Jamaica is present.
Yeah.
You know, so we make Jamaica where we go, and we do so proudly. We do so proudly. We make Jamaica where we go, because I can guarantee you that in and around this economic zone, Dunn's River is identified as the Jamaican presence, and that is important for us as a people. It's from a symbolic perspective and from a tangible perspective, because it also helps to ensure that our culinary delights is shared to others. And then you must remember too that this area too will produce many of visitors to Jamaica. So they'd have left Jamaica and want a taste of Jamaica when they come back. This is also a part of it, which is the reverse side of tourism. You know, and also forward side, because they'll taste it before they go and taste it after they come back. So it's a win-win situation there.
Yeah, and I get the impression that we continue to grow in terms of our interest in business as Jamaicans, or the entrepreneurship is spreading, and our people are doing well.
Yeah, and how they share. You heard Chef Bobby said that they get their produce from Sam's Caribbean Marketplace, another Jamaican business that extols the brand right here in Long Island.
Yeah.
So there again, you see the support.
One
network.
hand washes the other.
Exactly, the support and the support network. So we'll criticize ourselves, but we do have some strong linkages amongst ourselves. And that's why you have such a successful organization such as the Union of Jamaican Alumni Associations. Successful linkages. And these are the things that we need to have more of, and we're proud of the ones that we have.
Yeah. And to take it to the field of sport in a moment, the CG was mentioning yesterday that on her calendar of events for 2022 will be Pen Relays, which again a significant year for Jamaica.
Yes. And the hope is that we'll be able to participate. And one of the things that we have begun to kind of sensitize our communities that we'll be putting our hands out for a lot of support, because the fact that the pandemic has added a significant layer of preparation, which is costly, and we await to see what Jamaica will be doing, because Pen Relay says yes, there'll be Pen Relays, but as you know, the pandemic has also a mind of its own. So we wait to see what happens. But yes, we'll be coming to the marketplace again. We hope that we'll be able to have our athletes here in this our 60th anniversary, and I'm quite certain with the plans that the Consul General have and the embassy have that it will be a celebratory year for us at the Pen Relays as well.
Well, how do you plan? I mean, you're the founder and chairman of Team Jamaica Bickle, which does a tremendous job. No other organization like Team Jamaica Bickle that we're aware of, and the tremendous work that you have to do. How do you plan in this most uncertain time? Not that times have never been uncertain, because we technically don't know what's going to happen the next second, the next minute, the next hour, etc., etc. But with the presence, the continuing presence of the pandemic, surely it calls for a different kind of planning and logistics.
Without a doubt, and we also have to be mindful too that we have a limited scope of support. And I say limited and engaged. And sometimes too, even the support mechanisms are fatigued, because the pandemic has put a significant challenge on the whole system. And so one of the things that we did in Team Jamaica Bickle is that we were not as aggressive in the funding space, because there are other priorities. And we have to respect that, because we're going to basically the same sources. So it's just been a holding pattern for us, a lot of uncertainties. We still manage to do some things, but we recognize that the penultimate is the Pen Relays, and it's a significant year. And so we are cautiously, in an apprehensive way, proceeding. In the next month or so, we'll begin to pick up our space, because we also have to understand too, Durban, we have to stay in our lane, because you see, there are many persons at the same trough, and at certain times of the year, there are certain priorities. So coming into the end of December into January, you'll see some activities begin to pick up, contingent as to what's taking place as it relates to the pandemic. Because remember now, our athletes have to be flown here. We have to be looking at accommodation from a different perspective as it relates to safety. We also have to make sure that they too are in a somewhat of a bubble, because although in the United States here we are more casual, and the Pen Relays said they'll be liberal in their approach, we have to be more concerned, because they go back into an environment that is still not at the level where the United States is. And you can see the problems that the United States is having as well. So we have to be conscious of that. And as we've always said, we also have to be concerned too about taking care of people picnic. So it puts on another layer of concern, and we are we're up to the task, and we will be ready if and when the light is given.
We have no doubt, Erwin Clare, as we continue today's edition of the Jamaican Diaspora live online. I think I saw a message somewhere someone wanted. I said, but you didn't give us any contact. How we can reach Mr. Clare when we're talking about immigration matters yesterday. But of course, wearing both hats, for those who would like to connect with Caribbean Immigrant Services, you can call 718-523-2861. 718-523-2861. 61. In Jamaica, or the Jamaican cell is 876-852-3708, 856-852-3708. And Caribbean Immigrant Services Incorporated is at 24214 Merrick Boulevard in Rosedale, New York. More in a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7 o'clock in the morning here at 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island in New York, which means it's 1300 hours in Paris, France.
Shop at Stewart's Hardware Home Center for your business and home improvement. They offer plumbing, electrical, paint,
So we should be good now.
lumber, cement, and all your remittance needs. Basic matches right to make them. For information, call 876-986-9100 or 876-745-2478. Stewart's Hardware Home Center, building values.
Okay. Fish place. Yeah, it was really humming. It was really humming. Yes, the setting was. Yeah, true. Yeah, man, it is super there a couple of times.
What are it? Oh, sorry about that one. Yeah. All right. Next time. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, man, cancel that. Yes, I will.
This segment of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online is brought to you by Grace Kennedy Remittance Services Limited, Western Union, moving money for better.
Huh?
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine. Need to know. Shine. Anything you want to be. Shine. Oh, shine.
Let's go, studio. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we're continuing our broadcast from 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island in New York, all a part of the build-up to this weekend's Union of Jamaican Alumni Associations UJA Awards luncheon, scheduled for midday from midday to 5, and that is scheduled to take place this weekend, as we said, and some 31 people being recognized for their work in various areas, and we look forward to being a part of that experience. It will be held at the Green Tree Country Club, 538 Davenport Avenue in New Rochelle, here in New York. And we look forward to making that connection. We're trying to connect with our next guests, and as soon as we connect, you will know. In the meantime, let's keep it going here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. Still checking in with you wherever in the world you are as to how things are going in your area. We also would like to thank our friends from Jamaica Customs, the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, and Kingston Wharves Limited. That's the Jamaica Customs, the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, as well as Kingston Wharves Limited. Thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to continuing this mutually beneficial relationship between Power 106 FM and these public-private sector partners on board. Thank you very much for being a part of the engagement that we are constantly seeking to expand as we get ready to connect with author Valerie Kemp Davis in just a moment. Apparently there's a lot of work being done with respect to the promotion of Jamaican culture, and we are anxious to hear from Valerie and her team how they have been. Well, let's tell you a bit about it until they join us in a little while. Let's see. Right. All right. So we're going to be connecting with them in just a moment, but we're going to give you a bit of a build-up to the actual project that they've been working on. So it's Valerie Kemp Davis and Richard Natto who are going to be joining us in just a moment. And while we await the confirmation from studio, let's tell you what this is all about. There's a publication surrounding the Christmas story. It's a book of varied themes, and the book acknowledges the culture, the history, pride, self-esteem. We're told it edutains children by combining old school books with augmented reality technology. The author is Valerie Kemp Davis, and the illustrator is Richard Natto. It's called Paradise Christmas Chronicles, and it is very deep. In fact, I don't want to preempt what our guests will be saying, but in the interest of time, while we try to work out the connections behind the scenes, let's just share with you a bit from Christmas Chronicles in just a moment here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. So we have an e-copy, Paradise Christmas Chronicles by Valerie Kemp Davis, illustrated by Richard Natto. And again, the idea is to celebrate all aspects of our people and their work at home and abroad. And so the book, as we said, written by Valerie Kemp Davis, illustrated by Richard Natto, Paradise Collection Publishing, East Chicago, Indiana. And it's it's a child-friendly book. And the author, Valerie Kemp Davis, tells us that it's dedicated to her parents, Bertha Lee McAllister Kemp and Hillary Kemp Jr. Thank you both for sharing your servant leader's heart with the world around you, she says. You exhibited the spirit of Christmas every day of the year. So it starts, come all little picnics, gather here today. Let me tell you who Santa is. No bother with the things that people them say. So it also introduces the Jamaican vernacular. St. Nicholas is not a pooper, a garrison don, nor a world boss. Him the blessed husband of him beloved Mrs., a reindeer whisperer, and the red suit wearing one them call Santa Claus. And there are pictures, the illustrations are there as well. So I would imagine parents and guardians in the diaspora will have to remember their Jamaican tongue, their Jamaican vernacular to share with the children and maybe translate it at the same time. But it's very colorful and very colorful and also quite instructive. Standing by for an indication from studio as to what's happening with the connection. And while we wait, let's continue to tell you some more about this publication that we're scheduled to speak with Valerie Kemp Davis about. And there's a trailer as well that goes with the book, so you get an idea of what it is about. Let's see if we can play a bit of it for you. In just a moment. So a bit of augmented reality as well that you will have to see to have an appreciation of how it works. It looks like the characters are jumping out of the screen, quite frankly. All right, let's listen.
Christmas for Carolus is as delightful as Auntie Donna's famous Nyambag fruitcake and sorrel drink. Balmy breezes and friendly skies carry the songs of Christmas with kettle and bass drums to celebrate these mystical, magical moments. This cultural ambassador desires to share her carnival excitement with everyone. Enter the big top tent to experience a sleigh ride with and quantum leap backwards to the present through centuries and pages of time with our young ring mistress. Your ticket is unreserved. She simply asks that you maintain a strong belief in all things good and that you bring your vivid imagination. Dare to discover the mysteries of chimneyless toy deliveries, talking animals, unbreakable presents, and the misjudged them who were called naughty, but they were really quite nice. Christmas is such a special time, no matter what your age, address, or the condition of the world you live in. And with your help, Santa and Carolus' wish for love and peace will transcend race, class, wealth, or culture and become the greatest miracle and gift to us all. One day at Christmas time.
Right, so that's a bit of what to expect from the publication. Again, I'm not sure what's happening in terms of making the connection with our guests. We will take the break in just a moment and see if we can sort that out off air. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM, live from 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island, New York.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. Time is now
15 minutes past 7 o'clock in the morning here in New York, which means it's the same time in Jamaica, 7:15 a.m.
Let's face it, these have been the best of times, but they aren't the worst of times either. At COK, we recognize that some of our members are finding it challenging navigating the new normal. And that's why we have initiated the COK Connect Amnesty. If you're having difficulties repaying your loans, come in, talk with us. Get a waiver of up to 100% of the penalties. Call 764-1509 or email amnesty@cokc.com. Conditions apply.
Power Talk on Power 106 FM, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk, taking talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Herbert Gale on Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Crossfield from Wednesday to Friday as they provide riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for innovative features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's the powerful pair, Dr. Herbert Gale and Simon Crossfield on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays, right here on Power 106 FM.
Diaspora. Wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine. You need to know, shine.
Let's go, student. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervine Malcolm, and we're delighted to report that our guests are online and ready to go. I want to introduce you first of all to Valerie Kemp Davis, author of Culturally Conscious, Multicultural and Anti-Bias books that celebrate children around the globe. She believes in the tradition of the storyteller and loves to record history while telling her stories in a contemporary, clever, and relevant manner. She's the creator of the cultural platform, the One Love Project, and co-creator of Afiwi Culture Project. Believing in the power of education, self-love, and self-knowledge, she has sought to cross the middle passage to join hearts and hands for a common purpose of reclamation of history, social justice, honor, love, and unity. Her books teach self-love and respect for all people. She crafts stories to bridge the gap between others by advocating for cultural diversity, tolerance, and inclusion amongst the children of the diaspora. Her philosophical brand was developed under the Caradis Collection imprint where her slogan is collectively we carry this and embracing cultures, enriching lives. She firmly believes as we carry each other, we big up ourselves by bigging up others. Valerie Kemp Davis, good morning. Thank you for your patience and understanding. How are you? Hello? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, wow. You sound like you're far away. Yes, I'm hearing you, but the sound is quite distant.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we'll try our best. Yes, a little more volume will help, or if you could get closer to whatever instrument you're using.
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay. All right, we'll do our best. But thank you very much for joining us. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. And you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share with the Power 106 community this morning.
Oh, the pleasure is all ours. And we're going to bring in your illustrator as well in just a moment. But first, let's tell our listeners a bit about our illustrator. It's the perfect time of year for us to have this kind of feature, Christmas time, because of course there is a connection. And let's connect you now, information-wise, to Richard Natto. Richard Natto. Born in Spanish Town, Jamaica, visual artist, Richard Natto has loved art since he was very young, showing great interest in color, texture, form, and shape. He enjoys creating surreal, dreamlike images that explore different human emotions. His works have been displayed at various premier exhibitions at the National Gallery of Jamaica since 2012. Natto is a graduate of University of Technology, Caribbean School of Architecture. He recently authored, illustrated, and published his first book, Ian Takes Flight. It has received great reviews and accolades. Natto is a recipient of the 2020 Prime Minister's Youth Awards in the category of Arts and Culture. His latest project is illustrating author Valerie Kemp Davis's children's book, Paradise Christmas Chronicles. The book brings activism and culture to Christmas. He produced the theme song to accompany the book. Natto is quite talented and operates within various disciplines to celebrate the nuances and interpret the complexities and simplicity of the world. Richard Natto, good morning to you.
Good morning. Pleasure to be here.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. So let's start with you, Valerie Kemp Davis, and your Jamaican roots, your Jamaican heritage.
So good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Valerie Kemp Davis, as you have already said, and you're asking me about my Jamaican roots.
Yes.
So I am one of those children, outgrowths in history from the diaspora that cannot tell you where in Jamaica my family is or how we are connected to Jamaica outside of our DNA. My father just passed October 30th, but years ago before he passed, I asked him would he do the DNA test, which he did. And when he did the DNA test, it came back that we were Jamaican, Haitian, out of the Cameroon, and from Bahrain. And so this is really fitting in my eyes because we are the hope and the love of ourselves is that even though we might not know exactly where in Cameroon I'm from, where in Haiti I'm from, what my name is in terms of Jamaica. The blood does not never lie. So unfortunately, I cannot tell you what part of Jamaica I am. I just know that I am Jamaican. And the thing was, when I was a kid, I grew up in Florida. People would ask me all the time if I was Jamaican. I used to really wonder why. Why would they say that? Does a Jamaican have a certain look? I don't know. But I was always called out. It was always assumed that I was Jamaican. And so when the test results came back, and it shows that in our bloodline, I am Jamaican, I am Haitian, I am from the Cameroon. I said, I guess it's
But there and then it's all indicative of being Jamaican. Out of many, one people.
Out of many, that's it. Out of many, e pluribus unum. Absolutely, Mr. Mel.
That's right. In fact, last night I saw that quotation heading into Midtown, New York. I saw that. Yes. E pluribus unum. Right. So then, hold it right there, Valerie. Let's come to Richard Natto. Richard, how about you and your roots?
Oh, well, you just read it. I'm born in Spanish Town. So I guess that's
Yeah. Richard, would love to get a little more volume on your end, please. If you're able to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, I grew up in Spanish Town and went to school in Jamaica. Went to Friendship Primary and then Seymour Alma was my basic school, and then went to Arden High, then went to UTEC. So I've been here all my life.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And how did you meet? How did you get in touch with or get connected with Valerie Kemp Davis?
So my best friend Michael Talbot, who's also my art rival, actually did a book for Valerie some time ago. ABC Jamaica Mr. ABC. So that's how we got the connection. It was through Michael, and then when I published my book, The Takes Flight, Valerie, I think Michael had shared it on his page, and then Valerie saw that I did the book, and then she got in touch with me to carry this Christmas Chronicles.
Mm-hmm. And let's talk about this project, Valerie Kemp Davis. How did it come about? Did you have an epiphany? Was it in a dream? Did you experience something in real life that caused you to create this publication? Tell us about it, please.
That is so interesting that you would ask me that. So this book was really written right after Christmas, I believe 2019. Right after Christmas 2019, I penned it. And I was just really thinking about Christmas, but from a perspective of people of the diaspora and where do we fit into the narrative. And I realized that we were pretty much left out of the narrative. Yes, we all celebrate our money, with our money by buying presents for each other, and we are a part of the Yuletide gay and experience, and we love this Advent season. But if you really look at the story about Santa Claus does not come to places that do not have chimneys. So I said, if he doesn't come to places where he does not have chimneys, how do those children get toys? And so it just, from that question to myself, how do children who come from the diaspora and places where they are living indigenously, or if they're living in places where regionally or in their residence, the houses are not built that way, or they come from warm climates close to the equator, how does Santa deliver gifts to them? So then that left me thinking about how we are lots of times left out of the narrative as people of color. And Toni Morrison said, that's an author who passed a few years ago. If you don't find your story, you write it. And so I started thinking about it in terms of writing our story. And it took me all the way back to the Caribbean. It took me to slave time. It took me to a place in my mind where I felt like I needed to construct an imaginary place so that children will see themselves on Christmas lists, their names.
Hold on, don't move. We need to take a break. Let's come back and hear more from Valerie Kemp Davis and Richard Natto. Richard Natto being the illustrator, Valerie Kemp Davis, the author of Paradise Christmas Chronicles, just in time for Christmas, and it's another publication from the Jamaican Diaspora. Stand by.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7:30 in the morning here at 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island, New York, which means it's 8:30 p.m. in Beijing, China.
Shop at Stewart's Hardware and Home Center for your business and home improvement. They offer plumbing, electrical, paints, lawn and garden, lumber, cement, and all your remittance needs. Visit 56 Manchester Avenue, Mayfair, 82 East Street, Old Harbor, Winston Jones Highway, Mandeville, Longville Park, and Lionel Town. For more information, call 876-986-9100 or 876-745-2478. Stewart's Hardware and Home Center, building values.
Everyday living, we make it worthwhile. People real value. Oh, what a style. From kitchen to bathroom, a whole heap of tile. Home and things for everyday living. Fix up your home, fix up every room. Shop everyday, shop real value. Fixtures and faucets to catch your eye. We have the options, we have the style. Everyday living, so versatile. Real people, real value. Oh, what a style. Lowest price guarantee on everything you see. Home and things for everyday living.
The Jamaica Dairy Development Board extends Christmas greetings to all their dairy farmers, processors, input suppliers, staff, and board of directors. Thank you for your continued work and consistent efforts as we continue to rejuvenate and revitalize the Jamaican dairy sector. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The JDDB continues to encourage new entrants to the dairy sector as they aim to increase their local milk production. All the best for 2022.
Power Talk on Power 106 FM, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk, taking talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Herbert Gale on Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Crossgill from Wednesday to Friday as they provide riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for innovative features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's the powerful pair, Dr. Herbert Gale and Simon Crossgill on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays, right here on Power 106 FM.
Let's go, studio. Valerie Kemp Davis is the author of Paradise Christmas Chronicles. You can Google that. Caradice Christmas Chronicles. Chronicles, Chronicles. Paradise Christmas Chronicles. That is the publication. And the author, as we said, is Valerie Kemp Davis. The illustrator is Richard Natto, and they've both been sharing with us their role in bringing this book to life, literally and figuratively, depending on how you look at it, because there's augmented reality involved as well, which you'll hear more about in a moment. But going to the break, Valerie Kemp Davis, you were espousing the need to have stories that reflect that are perhaps race sensitive, heritage sensitive, especially in relation to our children and giving our children a sense of belonging.
Yes, that's correct. So this story is inclusive, where I felt like if you really look at stories like Towards the Night Before Christmas and so forth, the illustrations, the children, they don't necessarily reflect what we look like. I wanted that to not be so narrowed. So my Santas, I have more than one Santa in my book because, of course, they talk about every child tries to find Santa on December 24th, and we talked about the magic of Christmas. So it's sort of like an allegory to a certain extent. And when a child looks out the window and happens to see Santa, that Santa is reflective of him. So if that child is Black, if that child is Asian, if that child is from Southeast Asia or China, whatever that region of the country that child is from Africa, the Santa, when they spy Santa, is reflective of him. And then I also wanted to talk about how children are sometimes misjudged when they are of color, because there's two lists according to the theory about Santa. He has a list. He checks it twice. He's going to find out if he's naughty or you're nice. And so when we talk about children of color, sometimes the perception of them are that they're not even children. And especially in places like the United States or maybe elsewhere. And children are gunned down. Children are, caught up in the criminal justice system, and they really haven't done anything but just be Black or be brown-skinned. And so when you look at my list, you will see that there is a permanently nice list in my book. And those are children like on that list, like Emmett Till, who died early on in the 50s. And then there's even modern day children like Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown, Laquan McDonald, Latasha Harlins, who was killed out of California. These children are on the list. But when you also look on the list for the nice children, there are children whose names are like Delajuan, Asitu, Adora, Barat. Those are not names that you normally see on the list. You usually see Tom, Jane, Mary, Elizabeth, names like that. So I wanted names that sounded cultural on the list so that you know that you are represented in the story and that you don't have to worry about where you're from, what region you're from, how you live, whether you live in a ghetto garrison, whether you come from a high climate, where they don't have a roof. Wherever you're from, you are remembered, you are valued, you are loved. And so this is to help build a child's self-esteem, to know, too, that you are seen, because sometimes children are not seen. Back in the day, they used to say, in my day, we've seen and not heard. That's not good. You are seen, you are valued, you're represented, you are included, and your diversity is welcome here. And so I really had a fun time writing in patois. I wanted it to be vintage looking, and Richard did an excellent job. And I also wanted to cite and put in things that you find in the culture. There's a song, a Christmas song that says Santa got lashed up in the mango tree. Well, we have Richard illustrated that beautifully, where you see Santa caught up in the mango tree where he lost his presents. And the young girl who's telling the story is Carrot, who is also in the other story that Richard told you about, Jamaican Semi ABC, because based on my oldest daughter, her name is Anastasia Chavela Carrot Davis. Interestingly enough, I did marry a man out of London who has parentage and roots out of Jamaica. And so in 2017, this character that's fictional now, in real time, my daughter, was accepted as a Grace Kennedy ambassador, Jamaican birthright ambassador. And so in real time, we have a character, which is my daughter. She is a character. She's full of life and so forth, and she is an intern and ambassador for Jamaica now. But in 2017, she was there. And this character in my story, based on my daughter, is a ring mistress, and she's telling everyone to come into her tent. And let me tell you about the story about Christmas. And she's telling the people how you're included, how you love. And she has DJ Rewind under the tent, and you see people raising their flags, no matter where they are. Joyful of the joyful season that they're in. They're celebrating it. They're raising their flag to say that I know who I am. I'm proud of who I am, and I too am a part of Joy to the World because I'm here, and I'm seen, and I'm represented, and I'm loved. And so it takes you on a journey all the way back to the 17th century, as I told you, where you see Santa is grieved by children picking sugar cane, and then in his house he has those children that I just named on his wall. But Richard beautifully put them on the wall of Santa's house. And you see a scene with there's tears rolling down Santa's eyes because he has Mike Brown and Trayvon Martin and the Chill and Elijah McClain on his wall and Latasha Harlan, because I'm showing that those children weren't bad. They're never going to be forgotten. I wanted to immortalize the Christmas story because the Christmas story is servant leadership. It's what you do all year round. A Christmas story doesn't just happen the month of December. The Christmas spirit is something that you should exhibit. You should show love. You should have a philanthropic type of attitude towards your fellow man, and children can do that too. And I want to shout out to Donna Gow out of Mountain View, Jamaica this morning, because when I look at her, and I'm sure a lot of people are saying, who is that? That's Auntie Donna, who does the Christmas cakes, the yam bag fruit cakes and stuff. She does a give back program. She's very philanthropic, and she's helped people through her efforts to be able to have homes in Jamaica with people sending their gifts, their contributions. And I wanted to honor her story. We have played the trailer, and the first thing you see pop up is Auntie Donna, because I felt like, and I do feel that she is representative of the Christmas spirit. It is a spirit in terms of giving and loving, just like the fruits of the spirit.
Yes, well, you've given us a lot to ruminate on and to consider. Hold it there as we hear from the illustrator himself, Richard Natto. How give us a sense of how you were able to capture the images of people who look like us and to package it in such a way that it is real. It comes across as being as real as it can be, and then to combine that in the form of combine that with what you call it, augmented reality. It must have been quite fun for you.
Yes, it was a very fun process, because when I read the manuscript, so when I had the first meeting with Valerie, and I read the manuscript, and then she told me, how she would like to be a very vibrant book. I was excited seeing the story, and especially because some of the things that you were talking about in the story, there are questions that I used to have as a kid. How Santa really come together? How don't Santa here? So it was really exciting to be able to represent that. And I've been doing children's books for a time, so it wasn't hard to create people that look like us, and to create diversity within the book. And the augmented reality part, that Man, the thing is, I didn't even know I could do the augmented reality stuff. But I told her like, hey, you know, you want augmented reality? We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And then at the end of it, you know, seeing everything get put together, you know, the augmented reality was a very tedious process to really get done because the whole book is, you know, all the pages come to life. So that was it took a lot of time, but it was very rewarding looking at the images really pop off the page and come to life. So yeah, I'm just really happy.
All right, hold on. I'll give you an opportunity to say some more after the break, and then we come back and wrap. Make a note of the book, listeners. It's called Caradis Christmas Chronicles. Caradis, Carradicve, Christmas Chronicles. It's a most timely publication by Valerie Kemp Davis.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 8 o'clock in the morning here at 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island, New York, which means it's 3:45 p.m. in Mogadishu, Somalia.
Shop at Stewart's Hardware and Home Center for your business and home improvement. They offer plumbing, electrical, paints, lawn and garden, lumber, cement, and all. This Christmas and the New Year, treat yourself to high-quality lines and clothes, drapery, cabinet industry, timely service, and free delivery from Sam the Blind Man. Have us install your wooden flooring to enhance the beauty of your home. Happy holidays from the management and staff of Sam the Blind Man, 40 Barnett Street, Montego Bay, 876-997-1381. Remember, if lines are what you need, Sam's your man indeed.
Let's Christmas together with One Spot Media as we take you home for the holidays. Enjoy a 30% discount on our 6-month subscription plan and receive a gift of Jamaica's most authentic television and radio channels. You heard correctly. Enjoy a 30% discount when you purchase a 6-month subscription plan from One Spot Media. And let's Christmas together no matter where you are. Simply log in to onespotmedia.com. Select the 6-month subscription plan and click subscribe. Offer ends January 14th, so don't hesitate. Subscribe now and let One Spot Media connect you this Christmas.
Let's go, studio. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We're broadcasting from 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center on Long Island in New York. This is the home of Dunn's River Lounge, and this is the venue for a very special breakfast this morning to celebrate awardees of the Union of Jamaican Alumni Associations, UJA, which celebrates 31 years this year, and they're honoring 31 people, and we're happy and humbled and honored to be counted in those numbers. We look forward to tomorrow's actual presentation of the awards, which will take place at Green Tree Country Club. That's in Rockville. That's Yep, that's in I think it's New Rochelle. We'll check the information once again. So that's what's happening, and this is where we are. And online, we've been featuring a children's book with augmented reality and just giving one a sense of a real Jamaican uh, publication with respect to the images, etc. The author, as we have been telling you, is Valerie Kemp Davis. The illustrator is Richard Natto, and the book is Paradis Christmas Chronicles. And going to the break, Richard Natto was taking us through his illustrating techniques and how he managed to create images that we could identify with. Uh, if you could just pick up where you left off in that regard, Richard.
Oh, yeah, man, no problem. Yes, I was talking about the augmented reality process. I was saying, if Valerie had just brought the idea to me, I was like, I wasn't even sure, that I never done this was not something I've ever done before. But Valerie is a visionary, so I said, hey, we'll figure it out. And after upon figuring it out, going through the process and seeing how the images come to life and pop off the page, and the narration and the activity behind it, it was a real satisfying experience. So just be able to see all that, and then getting the book in hand and seeing that the environment of the colors that it all came through. Everything went back full circle to the first time I spoke with Valerie about what she wanted for the book, and we're really both pleased with how it turned out. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got you on that. The augmented reality component now. Remind us, how does that work?
Okay, so there's an app called Artifice. So basically, what you do, you download Artifice, and then you basically open the app, and when you open the app, you basically activate your phone camera. So you just point the phone camera to a page in the book, and then it will activate the augmented reality section. So then you will see the illustration. Start to move, and then you hear the story of that thing being narrated at the same time.
I see.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So.
It sounds that way. Thank you very much. Let's find out now how we can get a copy of the book and what we need to do.
So,
And
Mr. Malcolm,
yes, go ahead,
can you
Valerie.
hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. When you look on it starts right there on the cover page, the augmented reality. So the way Richard has it, we talk about the Dr. Bird, the representative of Jamaica. The Dr. Bird flies off the page. It's so exciting to see Santa's hands and he's moving, and the girl carries moving, and the Dr. Bird flying all around them. So and you hear the sounds of Christmas. And I want to make sure that I shout out my narrator, who's from St. Mary Parish. Her name is Nicole Parkinson. She narrates the story. She did an excellent job. Her patois is impeccable, and she sounds so excited about Christmas. So the children hear the Christmas music in the background. They hear the narration, and they can go on this journey. And I wanted it to be interactive because sometimes parents have many things to do, and they still want their children to be engaged in something beneficial in terms of reading and so forth. So it's a merging of old school and new school. So as a parent, you give your child a book, give them a tablet, or give them your cell phone, and they can go about their business and they can see this book come to life because on the page, the characters literally jump out at you. They do things. You see the slaves walking through the slave quarters, down the road to the slave quarters. You see the animals, because the animals help deliver the gifts. You see the animals with the dolls and the little trucks under their wings, walking into the house to give, you know, the toys under the Christmas tree. You see Auntie Donna, who's angry with the chicken, who's come in and took a little bit of her sorrel drink and ate some of her yam bad fruit cake or her Java plum cake get caught. And she's hitting the chicken with the broom. It's really exciting because what I found is books are becoming antiquated, and where people like to do downloads of books on their Kindle, formatted like that. They have huge libraries, literary libraries in their device, their mobile device itself, but actually turning pages, and they're not doing that from the perspective of what it was just 20 years ago. So that's why you have a lot of brick and mortar stores going out of business when it comes to books. But this right here captures the spirit of Christmas inside of a book still. And it becomes relevant because now you can hear and see the sound of Christmas. And it can do something for you. So you can have a child read the book, or you can read the book, the actual physical book, or when you don't want to do that, now you have the option of bringing technology to them, augmented reality to them, because that's where the future is headed. And so now it becomes even important because you hear it, you can see it, and it entertains you, as I call it, educate, which is entertainment and educate at the same time. So I think Richard did an awesome job. It was really tedious, the work to bring to the reading public, but we feel that we are worthy. We are worthy.
All right, so in the interest of time, as we get ready to wrap, how can people get copies? What do they need to know? What do they need to do in order to get their hands on this very timely and appropriate publication, which is Paradise Christmas Chronicles?
Thank you. I'm so glad you asked that. So all this has to do is simply go to Amazon. If you have the app on your phone, right now you can pull it up right now and go in, type in Paradise Christmas Chronicles. That's spelled CRRADICE, Christmas Chronicles. Put that in the tab, search engine, press the button, and it's good to go. That's on Amazon, and it will be on other platforms in the future. So that you do it, it's simple as that. And it's right there. The book is there. And when you get your book, all you have to do is scan the QR code in the back, download the app, and you're ready to play with it and learn to interact with the story.
Sounds good. And as we wrap, Richard, Natto, how can people follow your work for those who are excited at the work that you have done so far in this publication?
Okay, perfect. Well, you can follow me on Instagram. That's at DJ Sinista1. That's DJ SINISTA1. Or you could go to my website, richardnatto.com. RICHARDNATTOO.com. And that's basically where you can find me. You can also check out Untitled.com for some additional work that I do. And you can sign up on my mailing list on tetrahedron.com. So that's basically how you can find me. And I'm also on Twitter as DJ SINISTA1, also on the Facebook as Richard Natto. So you can follow me on other places.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Richard Natto, and of course Valerie Kemp Davis, author of Paradise Christmas Chronicles. Get your copy right now.
Thank you. In closing, can I tell the people that they can reach me at Paradise carradiscollection.com, carradiscollection.com. There you can learn about my other projects that I have, and you can learn more about carradiscollection.com.
Thank you very much. Thank you both. We wish you all the success that life has to offer, especially as far as the publication is concerned. Well done. All the best for the season and beyond.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Take care. You've been listening to Valerie Kemp Davis, author of Paradise Christmas Chronicles, and you also heard from Richard Natto, the illustrator of this publication. There's more after the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
8 o'clock in the morning here at 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island, New York, which means it is 5 a.m. in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Shop at Stewart's Hardware and Home Center for your business and home improvement. They offer plumbing, electrical, paints, lawn and garden, lumber, cement, and all your remittance needs. Visit 56 Manchester Avenue, Mayfair, 82 East Street, Old Harbor, Winston Jones Highway, Mandeville, Cromwell Park, and Lionel Town. For more information, call 876-986-9100 or 876-745-2478. Stewart's Hardware and Home Center, building values.
Traveling to Jamaica with unaccompanied shipment? The Jamaica Customs Agency is encouraging all air passengers with unaccompanied shipments who have a taxpayer registration number, TRN, to present it to customs upon arrival. This will subsequently facilitate faster processing when clearing your unaccompanied shipments. The Jamaica Customs Agency will continue to implement measures to improve our service delivery and your service experience. You may contact us at 876-922-5140 to 8 or email public.relations@jca.gov.jm on this and other customs-related matters. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
The Jamaica Dairy Development Board extends Christmas greetings to all their dairy farmers, processors, input suppliers, staff, and board of directors. Thank you for your continued work and consistent efforts as we continue to rejuvenate and revitalize the Jamaican dairy sector. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The JDDB continues to encourage new entrants to the dairy sector as they aim to increase their local milk production. All the best for 2022.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Studio, all three.
You need to know. Shine.
All three right away, please. Thank you.
Anything you want to be.
Let's go. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We're broadcasting from 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center on Long Island in New York. This is the home of Dunn's River Lounge. Dunn's River Lounge, that's where we are. There's a very special invitation-only breakfast happening this morning at 9:30 at this venue. And we're continuing the build-up. The actual awards presentation will take place tomorrow afternoon from midday to 5. In the meantime, let's greet those of you who have been joining us online. Since the last time we checked, we told you about Dr. Sharon Wiles hailing us from Honduras. That's where Alexander Taylor is as well. Lorna Foster says, happy Sabbath to you, Sir Durban, and all your listeners. Blessings, much respect, stay safe. Stafford Grant says, pleasant morning, Durban. Congratulations, my brother, he says. Where's the rest of the message? On your award, hoping to see you tomorrow at the award ceremony in New Rochelle. Keep up the good work of educating, informing, and entertaining us. Be safe and stay safe. Doing our best, Stafford Grant. Diana Watkins Forrester says, Happy Sabbath to all, Sir Malcolm, Attorney Claire, and all listeners. And Terry Salmon says, blessings of the seasoned diaspora guru. Thank you very much, Terry Salmon. Inez Iona Campbell says, good morning, Mr. Durban and viewers, on my way to work now. Be safe, Iona. Inez Iona Campbell in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Terry Salmon says, I've been missing your program on a Saturday as I have my youth downtown. So I'm downtown by 6 a.m. Keep up your excellent work. Diaspora Guru, she says, you're very kind, Terry Salmon. Thank you. Karen Morgan Muir says, good morning, Mr. Malcolm. To you too, Karen Morgan Muir. David Chen says, blessings in abundance as always. To you too, David Chen. Judy Brown, good morning to you. Mikey Jarrett says, Saturday morning blessings and blessed love, Irvan Malcolm from Brooklyn, New York. Thank you, Mikey Jarrett in Brooklyn, New York. Angela is in Toronto, Canada, greeting us as well. Hello, Angela. Maxine Osborne Foster is in Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning, Maxine Osborne Foster in Atlanta, Georgia. Errol is in New Jersey. He says, good morning, Durban. Top of the season to you and all the listeners. Thank you very much, and keep those messages coming in on Facebook Live, and we'll get an update on what's happening on YouTube. Let's see what's happening on YouTube right now in terms of the messages, lots of them. Where do we start? This one, Winsome Cook is greeting us, and also Jennifer Stewart, Sharon Campbell, good morning to you. Angela Golding, season's greetings to you too, and Errol Townsend, thank you as well for making it the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM. Standing by to link with our next guests in line, and we await confirmation from studio. And while we're awaiting that confirmation, let's tell you what it's all about. The Caribbean Consular Corps at Toronto is collaborating with the Black Community Vaccine Initiative to convene a COVID-19 vaccine initiative or vaccine information and pop-up. It's COVID-19 vaccine information and pop-up tomorrow, Sunday, the 19th of December. The Black Community Initiative comprises the Black Physicians Association of Ontario, BPAO, Jamaican Canadian Association, Kafkan Social Services, Black Creek Community Health Center, the City of Toronto Confronting Anti-Black Racism Unit, and the Black Scientists Task Force on Vaccine Equity. Vaccines provided by the University Hospital Network. A total of 7 pop-up clinics have been held at the Jamaican Canadian Association thus far. And joining us online to tell us more, we're happy to have Dr. Upton Allen, co-chair, Black Scientists Task Force on Vaccine Equity. Dr. Allen, season's greetings to you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Season's greetings to you as well.
Great. Thank you very much for joining us. And let's say hello as well to the Executive Director of Black Creek Community Health Center, Ms. Cheryl Prescott. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure, and compliments of the season to you as well. Dr. Upton Allen, let's get straight to the now. We'll come to the pop-up in a moment, but we've been seeing and hearing of what the Omicron variant has been doing all over the world. What, from where you sit as co-chair of the Black Scientists Task Force on vaccine equity. How are things in Canada? Not least of all, Toronto, Ontario, the Greater Toronto area.
Well, I think the one way to put things is that we had seen ourselves in a tunnel with a light at the end of the tunnel, but all of a sudden it appears that that tunnel is a bit longer than we had thought, and that lengthening of the tunnel has been created by Omicron. And so we are seeing an upsurge in cases across the country due largely to Omicron. We will need to cut back on some of our social activities that's happening in Ontario now. The directives are to cut back on social gatherings, capacity limits have been capped at 50%. That's not just in Ontario, elsewhere in Canada as well. So it is a bump in the road, and it's a setback. We just have to do what we need to do to ensure that the public health measures are followed and that people get vaccinated.
Thank you, Dr. Allen. And to think, Cheryl Prescott, when you all sat down to organize these pop-ups, you perhaps, I don't think you would have heard of the Omicron variant back then, but it's almost divine providence.
That's it. That's right. When we first sat down to plan this one, we were actually targeting the children because the children's vaccines were just approved, and we really wanted to target the children in the Black community. And we decided, let's get together and do something for the community. However, about a couple of weeks later, Omicron emerged, and the boosters were also being encouraged for the population, and so here we are. I've seen it in the last 3 days again at the pop-up clinics that our organization runs, just an upsurge of folks who would like the vaccine. So our hope is that this clinic that is targeted to our African Caribbean population will see some of our community come out to get their booster shots, as well as bring out their children to be vaccinated, because that is definitely one of the ways that we will fight this.
No question about that. Dr. Sylvanus Thompson, your community ambassador, lead, and Jamaican Canadian Association representative on the vaccine initiative. What can those in earshot of your pop-up expect tomorrow? Give us some of the logistics, what they need to know, what they need to do in order to take full advantage of this opportunity.
Thanks, Servant. So, like Dr. Hallin and Cheryl mentioned, the pop-up clinic will be at the Jamaican Canadian Center, 995 Road, the home of the JCA. JCA has been around for 59 years. It's a culturally appropriate venue in that from the African Canadian community. They are familiar with the JCA. They come to the JCA for a number of functions, so they are familiar with that. So that makes sense. Of course, it being a pop-up clinic, we'll be having some culturally appropriate events. We'll have live DJ, some reggae music, of course. We'll have Jamaican beef patties. We'll have chicken, we have sugar and chocolate man. We'll have jerk chicken, and of course we'll have giveaways. So it's a family affair. We want people to come out, get the vaccine, get information, get blood pressure checks, get blood pressure checks. We're all don't have fun. So that's what all of this is based on.
Yes. And Dr. Upton Allen, we know that you, along with Dr. Thompson and others, have been involved in some research in the face of COVID-19, trying to figure out and to get a better understanding of the impact, why the impact is so great in the Black community. How is that initiative going?
Well, it's really going well. we need to continue to do more work in this regard. But we've gotten some very important information so far that I think will help us even at this stage with respect to Omicron. So, for example, when we looked at the extent to which the COVID virus has penetrated into racialized communities, including the Black population in Ontario and Canada, what we find is that we're looking at somewhere between the 10 and the 20% rate at which individuals in those communities are infected relative to the rest of the population in Canada, which sits at a much lower rate of infection, somewhere at about 3 to 4%. So significantly higher rates of infection in communities that are heavily populated by Black individuals. Now, you might say that is significant in terms of the difference when one looks at infections in those communities compared with the rest of Canada. But interestingly, when you look at Omicron and the information coming out of South Africa, the reports out of South Africa suggest that Omicron, in their setting, is a mild infection.
Hold on one moment. Let's pick up on the point of it being a mild infection. One moment, please, Dr. Allen.
Ideal Finance Corporation, 17 Ripon Road, Kingston 5 offers competitive interest rates on your investments and attractive foreign exchange rates. Call 960-639-024.
The time by Ideal Finance is
16 minutes past 8 o'clock in the morning here at 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island, New York, which means it's 16 minutes past 1 o'clock in the afternoon in London, England.
More than 2,000 years ago, the light of a miraculous star brought hope, announcing the birth of Jesus. This Christmas, we can renew that hope by being the star that illuminates others through our good deeds. Visit lighttheworld.org and find simple ideas on how to live the true spirit of Christmas. Light the world with love and be a light in the lives of others. Contractors, developers, and small builders, coast-to-coast quarries, coast-to-coast concrete, and coast-to-coast enterprise, take this opportunity to say thanks for your business throughout the year. We promise to continue to provide and supply quality products in the coming year. Join us as we celebrate this Christmas season by being safe and responsible. Coast-to-coast group of companies, we deliver.
Traveling to Jamaica with unaccompanied shipment? The Jamaican Customs Agency is encouraging all air passengers with unaccompanied shipments who have a taxpayer registration number, TRN, to present it to Customs upon arrival. This will subsequently facilitate faster processing when clearing your unaccompanied shipments. The Jamaica Customs Agency will continue to implement measures to improve our service delivery and your service experience. You may contact us at 876-922-5140 or email public.relations@jca.gov.jm on this and other customs-related matters. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Let's Christmas together with One Spot Media as we take you home for the holidays. Enjoy a 30% discount on our 6-month subscription plan and receive a gift of Jamaica's most authentic television and radio channels. You heard correctly. Enjoy a 30% discount when you purchase a 6-month subscription plan from One Spot Media. And let's Christmas together no matter where you are. Simply log in to onespotmedia.com, select the 6-month subscription plan and click subscribe. Offer ends January 14th, so don't hesitate. Subscribe now and let One Spot Media connect to you this Christmas.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our
Let's go,
challenges
studio.
at home, You never give up on us.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on your program, the Jamaican Diaspora, live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Durvan Malcolm. We're broadcasting live from 93 North Park Avenue in Rockville Center, Long Island, New York, and connecting with the Jamaican Diaspora in Canada. Our guests, Dr. Upton Allen, co-chair of the Black Scientists Task Force on Vaccine Equity, Ms. Cheryl Prescott, Executive Director of Black Creek Community Health Center, and Dr. Sylvanus Thompson, Community Ambassador Lead and Jamaican Canadian Association Representative on Vaccine Initiative. Going to the break, Dr. Upton Allen was sharing with us a bit of information on the Omicron variant of the coronavirus, and I think you said the infection appears to be milder than the, not that you did a comparison, but the word mild I recall, I think you used.
Let me put it in some context for you.
Yes, please.
So in South Africa, the reports coming out of South Africa suggest that the infection is mild. That's point number one. Point number two is that it is mild in that setting where the background level of antibodies to the COVID virus is about 70 to 90%. Plus, on top of that, some individuals are, very well vaccinated. Not everyone. So you're looking at being mild in the context of 70 to 90% of individuals having antibodies to the COVID virus. But I just showed you that in our situation in Canada, our research has shown that in hard-hit areas in Toronto, the antibody positivity rate is more like 10 to 20%, and the average for Canada is, significantly less than that, probably more like 3 to 4%. So what we're saying then is that we really can't extrapolate from the South African situation simply because we have lower levels of antibody positivity, likely lower levels of immunity. Now, Durban, for sure, the fact that people are vaccinated and some are being boosted is helpful. But what it means is that people who have not yet been vaccinated or have gotten only one dose would probably be in a category that would not be equivalent to their counterparts in South Africa. So it might not be mild for them. So the take-home point really is that, we have been vaccinated. We should go get vaccinated so we could at least see ourselves getting on a level ground comparable to the situation with the population in South Africa, where it's been said, the report suggests that it's mild, but it's mild in the setting where there's a background level of immunity 70 to 90%.
Thank you for that bit of information there, Dr. Allen. Ms. Cheryl Prescott, can you give us an idea of the nature and extent of the work that the Black Creek Community Health Center has been doing and the level of interest generated by all that's been happening with the pandemic and how that has impacted on the work that you do at Black Creek Community Health Center?
Sure. So I think what has led us to this initiative that we're rolling out tomorrow at the JCA is the fact that early data that was collected around social demographics, including race-based data, showed us that the Black community had a lower uptake of the vaccine. So we really had to have some specific targeted interventions to reach our community. So partnering with the JCA, with CAPCAN, with the Black scientists really helped to, increase that uptake within our community. And in the community that we serve, the geographic area of Toronto, we have a high percentage of Black individuals from the Caribbean, from Africa, and we really were interested in ensuring that this community were vaccinated. So, for example, we've led community clinics, and last night, for example, we had one, and we were still having many from our community coming for their first dose. So while the province is pushing third booster doses, as Dr. Allen says, this is something that we have to do because we don't know. There's so much unknown still about the effect of Omicron and the other potential variants that are coming. And our community, if we're not vaccinated, we are in big trouble. So we have really been very deliberate in working with the Black Physicians of Ontario and other similar organizations to increase the uptake within the Black community and other groups as well, because equity is such an important piece to incorporate in any initiative when we're looking at ensuring that everyone gets vaccinated, because we, unless all of us are safe, none of us will be safe. So vaccination rates need to be increased in our community, and I'm hoping that this initiative on Sunday, tomorrow, will bring out our community and not only to learn about the importance of the vaccine, of testing, and other ways, other public health measures to combat this virus. Our hope is that we will just continue along this trajectory of increasing uptake in our community.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Prescott. And Dr. Thompson, what are your expectations for tomorrow's pop-up based on how the previous ones have gone, especially in light of the presence of the Omicron variant?
But with Omicron, we're seeing and we're getting a number of questions talking about certain and so. So we have actually stepped up right there in the number of questions that we have in terms of first wave and vaccine. So we're expecting a much higher turnout than what we thought. So we are prepared for that. And even with that, we are still ensuring our cultural training Omicron. We are making sure that everything, everyone is able to maintaining physical distance and all of that. So we are expecting maybe not necessarily a bump of cold, but it's going to be much higher than that. However, from Jamaica, for 2 days, we vaccinated over 2,000 persons, right? So we might not get close to that, but we're expecting it tomorrow. And another thing I will have tomorrow is a children's Christmas party. The Christmas card was for persons coming from the party, with somebody that's another thing that will be happening tomorrow. We'll be providing test kits and home test kits for the persons so they can go over to their rapid antigen. So that's another source of it. So we're expecting a good turnout tomorrow, everyone.
Are there particular partners outside of those directly involved that we've mentioned and are represented on this call? Are there other stakeholders that you will be on the ground tomorrow?
We have then I'm Johnny that the partner is providing funding to assist with baskets for low-income families. We have the UHN that will be providing the test kit, and they are also supporting the African food basket. So we have a number of
Well, we want to encourage, especially those of the Black community in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And well, let's just check something with you. The coverage in terms of the communities that you're hoping to to lead a trail to the Jamaican Canadian Center, 995 Arrow Road. How far do you expect, or are you sensitizing people in terms of geographical areas to make their way to the Jamaican Canadian Center? How far are you throwing casting your net, so to speak?
We've been casting in a very, very wide geographical area. We have had so far, we have had people coming from all the way from Hamilton. We have people coming from all over. It's a various things today because you have to have a health card. We have a number of undocumented Christians. There's a various things to become like that. That we have no appointment required. So persons come from almost anywhere. So there's no geographical limitation or restriction.
Sorry, one moment, please. Hold it there. We're coming back to you. Listeners, if you're just tuning in, this is the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online, Power 106 FM. We're previewing the Caribbean Consular Corps at Toronto collaborative effort with the Black Community Vaccine Initiative to convene COVID-19 vaccine information and pop-up tomorrow, Sunday, the 19th of December, at the Jamaican Canadian Association Center, 995 Arrow Road. One moment, please.
Importers provide proper invoices for customs when presenting goods for examination. This could prevent delays during clearance. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
8:30.
Did you know that the National Irrigation Commission Limited is the sole authority for irrigation systems in Jamaica? The National Irrigation Commission Limited enables the improvement in agricultural productivity through the provision of efficient and affordable irrigation to farmers and other customers. Contact them 977-6624 or 977-6727 or visit their website www.nicjamaica.com to learn more. Irrigation, making the difference in agriculture.
Shop at Stewart's Hardware and Home Center for your business and home improvement. They offer plumbing, electrical, paints, lawn and garden, lumber, cement, and all your remittance needs. Visit 56 Manchester Avenue, Mayfair, 82 East Street, Old Harbor, Winston Jones Highway, Mandeville, Longville Park, and Lionel Town. For more information, call 876-986-9100 or 876-745-2478. Stewart's Hardware and Home Center, building values.
This is a public service announcement from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. NIS pensioners, listen up. Here are some important news for you and your family this Christmas. For the very first time, pensioners who are receiving $10,000 or less each month will receive a special care grant of an extra $10,000. This is a one-time payout, and the payments will be made directly to your bank account from December 10 to 22. We not only say we care, we show you that we do. For more details on the government's special care grant, visit an NIS office nearest you or call the ministry's head office at 876-922-800-14. That was a public service announcement from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
The following is a public service announcement from Power 106 FM. Jamaica. Each wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, with the added danger of variants, has brought unprecedented pressure on public resources. Our hospitals and healthcare workers at breaking point. Our economy battered, families in mourning, and our children face an uncertain future due to learning loss. In this race against COVID-19, we must stay in it to win it. We must continue using techniques that can help to beat the virus. Follow COVID-19 mitigation measures, including wearing masks, sanitizing, 6 feet of physical distance from others. And on this leg of our relay, we can win with vaccination. These safe and proven vaccines can make the difference against COVID-19. And now that vaccines are in supply, let's get vaccinated so we can get back on track and keep winning. The finish line against COVID-19 is in sight, and with true Jamaican determination, we can all have the victory. Brought to you by your friends at Power 106 FM.
Got to be ready. Just and don't you Wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks.
Let's go, studio. Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Durban Malcolm. We're live at 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island, New York, and connecting with the Jamaican Diaspora in Canada on the subject of that very important vaccine information and pop-up happening tomorrow at the Jamaican Canadian Center at 995 Arrow Road. And what are the hours again, Dr. Thompson?
It's from 12 to 5.
From 12 midday to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And we want to encourage all those in and around the Greater Toronto area, all over Ontario, wherever you are and you are in need and you want to take advantage of this opportunity from midday until 5 p.m. at the Jamaican Canadian Center, 995 Arrow Road. Just before we let you go, gentlemen and lady, wanted to get some closing sentences from you, especially at a time such as this, where we keep, as you illustrated earlier on, the light at the end of the tunnel. We keep hoping every time that the one we're seeing is actually the light at the end of the tunnel and not a train in the form of a new variant. But you give us hope, Dr. Allen, by virtue of how you have responded to this matter so far. You're essentially, what I'm getting from you is there's no need to panic, right?
Yes, I would say that's correct. There's no need to panic, but just to grab hold of the wheel and take control of your situation, recognizing that there are a couple of things that we need to do. Number one is that we need to listen to the public health experts and follow their guidance. And number two is that we need to get vaccinated if we haven't been vaccinated and get boosters as required based on where we live in. We need to ensure that that's done as well. But the other thing that we also need to do as individuals making decisions, we need to ensure that those who make decisions are also benefited from vaccination. And so we're talking about eligible children. So those who are eligible, right now, 5 to 11 years of age, we need to ensure that they're vaccinated as well. Finally, Durban, I must say that this wouldn't have been possible without the encouragement and the drive from Consul General Lincoln Downer. So we really need to, thank you very much for coming up with this idea. All the folks who've been working to make this possible. Sharon President, Dr.
Yes. Well, we're very proud of the work that has been done and is still being done. We look forward to some follow-up interviews along these lines. But for the time being, thank you so much for the work that you all continue to do, and we remain ready and available to provide a platform to help to play our part in getting the word out there right across the diaspora, not least of all in particular in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And we are definitely looking forward to the next installment in terms of interview stroke discussion on these matters. And we also want to wish you a successful day tomorrow as you seek to carry out this information, vaccine information and pop-up starting at midday and ending at 5 in the afternoon. Thanks once again. And is there a site or a link that people could go to just to follow the work? For example, the research that is being done so far. Dr. Allen.
Yes, for the research, it's they go to Seromark, SEROMARK.ca. Our site and link will come up, and of course, Cheryl, perhaps you want to mention how to contact you.
I think for us, a search of Black Creek Community Health Center will bring up our website, Twitter, and Instagram handle. And similarly, I think for this partnership, the JCA social media is also very active. So if anyone would like to find out information about the actual event or upcoming events, any of those would be applicable.
Thank you, Cheryl Prescott and Dr. Sylvanus Thompson. The JCA is very well established, as we all know, and everybody knows where to find the Jamaican Canadian Association Center, right? Of course. Well, thanks again. Thanks again, and may you continue to have a safe weekend, and we look forward to keeping in touch with each of you. Well done.
Thank you.
It's been
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you too. Thank you. Take care. Dr. Upton Allen, co-chair of the Black Scientists Task Force on Vaccine Equity, Ms. Cheryl Prescott, Executive Director, Black Creek Community Health Center, and Dr. Sylvanus Thompson, Community Ambassador, Lead and Jamaican Canadian Association Representative on Vaccine Initiative. This is the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. Welcome to those of you who have joined us since the last time we checked. Hello to Edward Boucher Jr., who is in Paris, France. He says, greetings, Durban Malcolm, top of the morning to you too, Edward Boucher Jr., and all the other Jamaicans in Paris, France. Season's greetings to you all. Opal Shaw says, good morning, Durban. Happy holidays to you and Jamaica. You all be safe. We're doing our best, Opal Shaw. Dr. Trevor Dixon, emergency medicine physician at Jacobi Medical Center in the Bronx in New York and founder of the Jaja Foundation, Jamaicans Abroad, helping Jamaicans at home. He's greeting us. Welcome, Dr. Dixon. And Jessica is online as well, saying hi. Thank you all so much for making it the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM. We see jam-fed French Jamaican vibes online as well, saying bonjour, bonjour à tous, surtout les Jamaïcains à Paris peut-être. Yeah. Good day to you. Thank you very much. Season's greetings and bonne fête Noël. And thank you all so much for tuning in and being a part of the experience. We're standing by to connect with our friends at Jamaica, at Kingston Wharves Limited as well. And we do have on location the lady of the moment who is responsible for this venue we're broadcasting from, Duns River Lounge, 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center, Long Island. And she is already quite busy at work and making sure that all is set for that special breakfast that is coming up at 9:30 this morning, right here at Duns River Lounge, 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center in Long Island. And we do have our guest online, so let's go to Let's go to Simone Murdoch of Kingston Wharves Limited. Hello, Simone. How are you?
Hi, good morning, everyone, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we we are humbled and honored, as we say, and just happy to be able to continue serving our people at home and abroad, which is essentially what Kingston Wharves Limited has been doing for many years now, haven't you?
Yes, for 76 years. We celebrate our 76th anniversary this year. So we are definitely like you, trying to serve our Jamaicans at home and abroad, our community at home and abroad, and also to be able to raise the level of that service like you have raised the level of yours, and of course being recognized for it. Certainly, we've started the click and collect program. Out of that need to be doing better and to be delivering a more dignified service to our customers.
And hold it right there. Let's take a break and come back for you to tell us the kind of take up you've been getting so far, the level of interest and willingness and preparedness. You know, some of us are technology shy. So let's talk about that and how you've been able to convince your customers and potential customers at Kingston Wharves of Kingston Wharves Limited to be a part of the transformation that continues. One moment, please.
Listen to 6 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 9 o'clock in the morning here at Duns River Lounge, 93 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center on Long Island in New York, which means it is it's now 9:46 a.m. in Hamilton, Bermuda.
Hey, you see these days, it's good to get straight to the point, quick and easy. That's why Western Union gives you another way to receive money straight to your bank account with Western Union's direct-to-bank money transfer. Visit a Western Union agent location and sign up now and tell your family and friends to send your next Western Union money transfer directly to your bank account in Jamaica. It's easy. Visit a Western Union location or call our call center at 876-926-2454. Sign up today to receive a money transfer directly to your bank account with ease with Western Union. Moving money for better.
More than 2,000 years ago, the light of a miraculous star brought hope, announcing the birth of Jesus. This Christmas, we can renew that hope by being the star that illuminates others through our good deeds. Visit lighttheworld.org and find simple ideas on how to live the true spirit of Christmas. Light the world with love and be a light in the lives of others.
Bashko time! It's Christmas time again. And Bashko is open every day until Christmas. From now till December 24th, Bashko will be open 7 days a week. That makes it so much easier to get all your holiday shopping done. See our social media pages for full opening hours and also to see what's new in store for the season. So plan your shopping time out and remember, we're open every day for you.
Stereos and TVs to this season, that's for sure. Christmas is affordable at the store that gives you more.
30 years of giving you more.
Power Talk on Power 106 FM, finding solutions to the challenges we face in a globalized world. Power Talk, taking talk radio to another level. Join Dr. Herbert Gale on Mondays and Tuesdays and Simon Crosskill from Wednesday to Friday as they provide riveting analysis on the issues of the day and speak with stakeholders charged with driving innovation to move Jamaica forward. Tune in for innovative features designed to showcase local developments and highlight how the global issues of the 21st century are being addressed. That's the powerful pair, Dr. Herbert Gale and Simon Crosskill on Power Talk, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays, right here on Power 106 FM.
In tribute to Jamaicans in the Diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go,
Let's go, student. Thanks for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. Simone Murdoch of Kingston Wards Limited was about to give us some insights as to how the customers have been responding so far to the ongoing transformation of this 76-year-old organization, the Caribbean's leading multi-purpose port terminal and provider of logistics services. In fact, one of the two terminals on the port of Kingston operating berths 1 to 9. So to the technology, Simone Murdoch, and the take-up and general responsiveness to the technology.
Yes, Derek. We have had a lot of our customers have taken up the opportunity to have a different type of experience at Kingston Wharf this year. We started our program in February of this year with the goal of having as many customers during our peak season, which we're living right now. As I said, we're in the thick of it now for the Christmas peak season, where our volume significantly double, if not triple. And what we've seen is an increased take-up for the period. However, for us, it's still not enough. We still have a lot of persons still journeying to the wharf to do a very extensive process of going from agent to office to security to customs to us to get their goods. And it's significantly a bit heart-wrenching when the customers are complaining, because there is an easier way. As I would have explained on other interviews, the process of clearing personal shipment involves many agents, and many agents with a different goal. So we have persons with, of course, border protection and revenue protection for the government goals. We also have persons who are the agents who represent the shipping companies overseas with a different type of goal as well. We also have Kingston Wharf in the midst. We have security. We have the Port Authority. And all of these agents have different protocols. And this is the reason why in 2021, Kingston Wharf decided, after many years of trying different things to make the process easier for the customer, we decided to, as I said, take it by the handle and said, let us do that runaround for you. We will join the lines, plural, the lines. We will join the lines that makes this process difficult and long. And as I mentioned before as well, not only is the process itself long, it's also if there are mistakes that are made by shippers with the information that is being sent, and shippers being the persons who are sending the gifts or the items or the cargo to their loved ones, or the loved ones ship it themselves. When issues go wrong in that sense, name spelled wrong, incorrect address, incorrect ID, that can double the time for shipment. So what we're saying is that it's not really a space for a non-professional. It's really a professional space, especially for our senior citizens who come to the wharf at this time of the year. It really is not a space for somebody who may have challenges moving around, and in addition to a space for somebody who may not understand the implications of an error that an error can have. So Kingston Wharf has taken it by the handle and said, listen, we will join those lines, we will fix all the errors that could go wrong. So when you come to collect, you only have 15 minutes. And you mentioned earlier about persons being internet shy or technology shy. Yes, we have encountered that. But our team, that's why we had a WhatsApp number. I mean, yes, WhatsApp does take some technology, but there are so many of us who have enabled ourselves to use it quite well. So the reason behind that was to allow a maximum access. And our team is able to have customers be able to access the same things that the more online savvy customers are able to do on their own. So that was the goal behind having that kind of access. There we still have a ways to go, and we hope that between now and the Christmas that more persons take up the click and collect service, because it really makes a difference. When a click and collect customer tells you the experience they have compared to a customer who comes and does the process themselves, and some of them we've seen on YouTube and on the different social media platforms, spending the entire day at the wharves. We want to make a change in that, and the change is giving us the information and the authorization to get your cargo out, so that when you come to the wharf, you're there for 15 minutes.
Yes, indeed. It's the kind of service that people, I think, to some people, it's too good to be true. And they fail to recognize that they're dealing with a 76-year-old brand, very familiar and reputable. And so we want to encourage more support and a greater level of take-up for click and collect. What's the quickest way to connect for those who would like to, on their own, just maybe do a little reading to get a better understanding of how it works, or could they just pick up the phone and call Kingston Wharves Limited?
They can do both. So the clickandcollectja.com is our homepage for all information on click and collect. And from that page, you can hit the sign up button and do the sign up yourself. For those persons who like speaking to somebody or sending a WhatsApp message or a voice note, they can contact 876-577-8905. That's 876-577-8905, and that's both a telephone number and a WhatsApp number. And I'll repeat the website address. It's click and collect, and the N, of course, is N as in just the letter alone. Click and collect JA.com.
Well done, as
And all the
usual.
information you need would be there.
Thank you very much, Simone. It's always a pleasure. I want to wish you, the team at Kingston Wharves Limited, and your entire family all the best for the rest of the season and beyond. And we can't thank you enough for your continued support of the work that we've been doing here on Horror 106 FM in strengthening the linkages between Jamaicans at home and abroad. Well done to you and your team. Season's greetings and all the very best.
Thank you very much, Deborah. The same to you and your family, your extended family at Power, and of course, all your faithful and avid listeners.
Thank you very much. All the best. Take care. Bye-bye. Simone Murdoch of Kingston Wharves Limited, giving us another timely reminder of the click and collect service at Kingston Wharves Limited. That's CLICK, the letter N, collect. Click and collect. How about that? Great. Can we get in a quick word now with Mrs. Nala Royal? Hold up. Quick word before we wrap. I know you're busy, so I won't be long because we're wrapping now. Morning, how are you?
Good morning.
It's good to see you. Good to be in your presence in this posh Duns River Lounge. No, it's really nice, really very nice here. And I'm just wondering, how has it been going? I mean, how long since you set up shop here inside Rockville Center?
It's been 17 and a half years. I opened in June of 2004.
I mean, the place is still so spanking new. It just felt like it started maybe a week ago.
You're too kind. I do renovate every couple of years only because I like to keep things fresh. And quite honestly, I just get bored. So, which means my customers probably would too. So we try to keep it, updated. We made some changes a couple months ago before we opened back to indoor dining. During the pandemic, we didn't close at all. They announced the shutdown in New York on Sunday night, and by Tuesday I was open for takeout. So we've been working straight through.
And clearly enforcing and abiding by all the COVID-19 protocols.
Absolutely, 100%. It's very important for us to keep our staff safe and also to keep our customers safe. So even though at some point Long Island, unlike the rest of New York City, Long Island opened back for indoor dining, we waited. We waited a couple months because I wanted to make sure all my staff was vaccinated. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be safe for our customers. And to be honest, we were doing really, really well with takeout. So thanks to our loyal customers, and we made a lot of new friends, new customers who started coming to us for takeout because we were one of the few places open around here. So it was good. So we waited.
And for those listening to us and watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube right now who'd like to find you, to connect online and otherwise, how can they get in touch?
Well, you can certainly call us directly at 516-764-6540. That's the restaurant line. We're open Tuesdays through Sundays. The only day we close is on Mondays. And you can check out our website at dunsriverny.com. And of course, we're on Facebook and Instagram, Duns River Lounge.
Well done. Thank you very much. We remain very impressed with all that you've achieved and done here. And we did speak with Chef Bobby earlier on. What an accomplished gentleman.
Yes. Bobby has been with us for what now, 9 years probably, and he's just amazing. It makes such a difference when you have somebody he literally is my right hand, and his passion for food and passion for service is just stellar.
Excellent. Well, it's always good when you're able to have strong, efficient, proficient team members working with you. It makes life so much more manageable.
Yes. And as we say, our motto, we used to say it's always good food, good friends, good reggae. Now, our new motto is the only thing we love more than good food and good drinks is you.
Oh, wow. I love it. I hope you copyright it. Love it. Well, thank you so much. Here's your opportunity as well, just to say thanks to your customers and even the potential ones who are out there listening and thinking of coming to patronize you. An opportunity to convey season's greetings, and also to your internal customers, your staff.
My staff. Without our customers and without my dedicated staff, this wouldn't be possible. This wouldn't be possible, certainly not possible for 17 years. And during some of the most difficult times for restaurants and for people in general, people came out in droves to support. And I'm actually overwhelmed by the support that we've received. I remember last year, Thanksgiving, everything was still shut down, and we did Thanksgiving catering, so people could pick up their catering for their small gatherings at home to go. We did some family plays and smaller trays to cater to that need, and the line was out the door. Just overwhelming support, so much so that now I have a formidable takeout and catering business, which I never fathomed, before, because we always mostly concentrated on indoor dining and the bar. So we couldn't do it without them. We couldn't do it without them.
Well,
so thank you. And happy holidays, everybody.
All right, to you too. Take care.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye, and thank you so much for hosting us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. That was the owner operator of Duns River Lounge, Nala. That was Nala Royal Holder, giving us an insight into her operations here. We know we're a little over time, but this is because we know that we're wrapping. We'll set it up in this way. Thank you very much for your patience and understanding. We know that we don't have coming up a feature, and so we're just taking a couple more minutes, but just to say that we really appreciate the tremendous support. There are some stalwarts in the diaspora we can always count on, whether we're in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom. And here we are in the United States, more specifically in New York. And we have to say a big thank you to Erwin G. Clare Sr., OD, founder and chairman of Team Jamaica People, managing director of Caribbean Immigrant Services. He is a giver of himself. He just gives and gives and keeps giving in terms of support. His humility is quite staggering. In fact, I hope he's not listening to me saying all these wonderful things about him, because then he perhaps would turn off the device that he's using to listen, because he's not into accolades. He's not into it for the likes at all. It's all about the love for country and people, the love for country and people. And we thank Erwin Clare sincerely, the heartiest of gratitude. Gratitude is a must. Thank you, Erwin Clare. We thank the team from Dunn's River Lounge here at 93 North Park Avenue in Long Island, New York. And speaking of the Rockville, the Rock. Thank you very much to President General of the UNIACL here in New York, Michael Duncan, operator of the Rock, that food outlet, which buys directly from Jamaica and carries mostly Jamaican produce and products. We thank them as well for their support. We say thanks to the team at Home Smart Cross Island Real Estate. We thank them for hosting us on Wednesday when we came in straight from the airport. And we thank the team from the Union of Jamaican Alumni Associations, UJA, for their work in all of this. I'm here because I've been included on a very august list of achievers, and humbled to have been counted in that number, and looking forward to the ultimate awards luncheon tomorrow from midday until 5 in the afternoon, and of course getting ready for the meet and greet breakfast, which starts at 9:30. Thanks to the technical team in the studios of 406 FM. Thank you very much, Handel Forbes and Celise Pinnock. And thanks to all those who continue to listen and watch and follow us all over the world for making it the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. All things being well, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online returns next Saturday. Who knows where we'll be? Till then, this is Dervan Malcolm wishing everybody a safe, peaceful weekend, and season's greetings.
Our 106 FM just presented the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7 minutes past 9 o'clock in the morning here in Long Island, New York. Same time back home in Jamaica.
Power 106.
Bye. Bye.